Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric and this is 2019 week 10 and I'm talking about this week's new comics that I picked up. Um so lots of comics this week. Like too many. I haven't had a chance to read anything yet. Even though I picked them up 2 days ago, but we've got a huge week for comics coming up, and a huge year in general. As there's all kinds of stuff being done about Batman. It's the Batman 80th anniversary extravaganza all year. Warner Brothers announced that they'll be doing all kinds of stuff for to celebrate Batman throughout the year. Plus, we're getting all kinds of movies in the I think two of them are coming out next year, but it's still part of the stuff to get excited about. But anyway, the big thing about that, right away in 2 weeks, we're gonna have Detective Comics number 1000. And this week, the Detective Comics 80 Years of Batman, the Deluxe Edition, came out. That's this awesome hardcover book. I picked up my copy of it this Wednesday, and it has just a ton of old classic detective comic issues in it, and it spans the years, which is awesome. So I'm definitely gonna read. It's different from the Action Comics deal last year. The Action Comics one was a lot more. Maybe not. I still haven't had a chance to read it, but it seemed like that one was a lot more essays and stuff about it. This one does still have a bit of a blurb before each section. Like this one here that I'm turning to. Oh, come on, pages. We have right here in the middle of the book, we have an essay called Trauma by Glenn David Gold. And let's see. Bat eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. That looks pretty interesting. It's talking about dealing with loss and all that kind of thing. There's a bunch of those throughout the book. Let's find another one. A peek behind the pages. That's pretty cool. That's a different kind of article there. So there's really it's not there's not one in between each issue that's in here. Let me look at the table of contents. That would have been the good thing to do at the beginning there. But let's see. We've got how many issues in here? It has Batman's first appearance. They're in Detective Comics number 27. So that's awesome. Let's see. We've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 10. That's just on the first page of the table of contents. I'd say around like 20, 25 or so. And it's worth noting that for a lot of the time of Detective Comics and Action Comics, and a lot of comics in general during the Golden Age and all of that there were stories. The books were split up into 2 stories. So a lot of these are fairly short on their own. But there's also... Oh, what was that? That looked like something that wasn't actually Batman in there. What did I skip past there? Okay. Oh, I skipped it again. I saw it again. I spotted it. It's interesting. There's a Powwow Smith, Indian lawman story in here. That's interesting. Very interesting. But he does look a lot like... No, he looks like Superman. Anyway, let's go check this out. If you're a fan of Batman, you gotta... This is like an excellent coffee table book, along with the Action. I'm sure you can still get the Action Comics one from last year. But yeah, that's a solid 5 minutes about just that. I also got this came out. I think this came out this week as well. I pre-ordered it on Amazon, so it was kind of a surprise that it came because I totally forgot about it because I pre-ordered it like back in December or something. But Batgirl Year One, by Scott Beatty, Chuck Dixon, Marcos Martin, Alvaro Lopez. Um, this I did start reading this, and it's very cool. You have the beginnings of Batgirl. That is the Barbara Gordon Batgirl. So that's a really cool book. All right, let's get to the regular books that came out this week. First off, these are books that I am not caught up on, but I still picked up because I'll be caught up on them eventually. Doomsday Clock. Both of these covers are really cool. We have one cover with the ring out in space, and then the other cover with Dr. Manhattan killing everybody. Wow. That's a strong image there. I haven't even started reading Doomsday Clock. This is issue 9 of 12 because I've felt like I should just wait until all 12 issues are out and then I'll read it all at once. But yeah, I'm excited to finally read those. Adventures of the Super Sons issue 8. This is 8 of 12. So they're right there neck and neck. The Super Sons, their first run, I think I read all of that so far. Lots of cool stuff. It's fun seeing Damian and it's not Connor. It's not Carl. Crap, I can't even remember Superboy's name. Cletus. I know it starts with a C. Oh man, is there a version of Superman where his son is Cletus? Because that would, if Smallville was in a like, it could be that kind of a town, that there are people named Cletus. Cletus Kent, get on out here, Cletus. Stop lifting up the barn. Okay. Also, The Dreaming issue number 7. I'm very far behind on that. But what I have read of the Sandman Universe books has been really cool. All right, The Walking Dead, issue number 189. We've got an explosion on the cover here, so I'm hoping that the action is picking up in this issue. I've talked about this on the Walking Dead episodes, that I'm not really digging the story in the comic books right now. Then we have this side series of The Amazing Spider-Man, Hunted. So the first issue of that, so it's 16.hu. It's a weird numbering system that they've got going on. But I have been keeping up with Amazing Spider-Man, so we'll see how they're the cover. We have is a black. I was gonna say Black Canary. That's not right. Black Cat, I believe that is, and Spider-Man there on the cover. They've been having some fun together recently. They had that whole heist thing go down. Then we have Deadpool, issue number 10. That one should be pretty cool. Hot Shots. I've been excited for this one. The Domino series I liked a lot. The latest run, and then it teased, she'll be back in Hot Shots. So she has her team of ladies gathered to do their thing. I think they're doing good things, but they're not the nicest people. But yeah, this cover is pretty good. I like this cover. You got all the characters on there, and you've also what's her name from Wakanda? She's back in the back with like a big old bear skin wearing there. That's really cool. Okay, Unnatural issue number 8. If this is like the first 4 issues, then this should be the end of the next arc or the next section of the story. So I'm excited to read the conclusion there. Die number 4. These covers, well, the arts. So Stephanie Hans is I got to meet her last year or the year before that. Anyway, because she was at the local comic book shop and she was signing stuff, and I brought in one of my favorite covers at the time. It's still one of my favorite covers, but there's been a few since then that I like even more. But it's of Batwoman. She did a few covers for that, and got that signed, and it was really cool meeting her. And she's been posting all kinds of stuff from Die, and she does covers for Marvel and DC and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, Die is really cool if you like fantasy and gaming, tabletop gaming, all that kind of stuff. I'm not really into tabletop gaming, but I do like the fantasy, swords and sorceries type stuff. As far as that, just reading and watching stories of them. So anyway, issue number 4. It seems like people are really digging this show, or this show, this comic. Tank Girl Action Alley number 3 actually doesn't have an issue number on the cover. Yeah, it is. It is number 3. That's weird. Why don't they have? Oh, it has the cover. It has it on the back. So I guess there's that. Oh, Color Classics Book 1 out now. I should pick those up. Tank Girl is pretty awesome. Like fun, crazy, violent, wacky. Is what we're checking out. That Tank Girl, not for kids, but for kids. We have Young Justice number 3. The last issue is focused on all most of the female characters. We have just some little appearances from a couple of the male characters, I think, like 1 or 2 of them. But this issue, we're getting back into the characters that were absent in the last issue, at least according to the cover. We have Impulse, Flash from the future, Superboy, clone of Superman, and Lex Luthor. He's the one who's named Connor, right? What is his name? What is his name? I could easily, you know what? I'm just going to look it up. Not even look it up. I'm going to open the book and see if they call each other by name. Let's see. Listen to Somebody Read Comics, the new podcast. Oh, duh. It's Jonathan. It's Jonathan Kent. Why didn't I remember that? I was convinced that it started with a C. It's blinded by it all. Anyway, Superboy, not Jonathan Kent, but Connor Kent, or whatever name he goes by. He's back. He's back in Young Justice. And Robin, the Teen Wonder Tim Drake, who is a complete douche on Titans. But yeah, I'm excited to read that. Green Lantern number 5. This run has been very good. Suicide Squad Black Files issue 5. It's 5 of 6. This has been a pretty cool run. It's all the magic stuff, so it kind of runs parallel a little bit with Justice League Dark. It's all that kind of material. Justice League number 19. I think I may be behind a couple of issues over here. Another cover by Liefeld. Yeah, this one is it's a decent cover. I like the coloring. That's pretty good. But yeah, you could tell right away without seeing a signature there. Anyway, and then Female Furies. This is a did I know this is a six issue miniseries? But Granny Goodness is all of her stuff that she's all the goings on there, and with tied into Darkseid and all that. So Female Furies it's been pretty cool. I like that book. So yeah, that's everything that I picked up this week. I have a lot of catching up to do. I want to try to read as much as I can before next weekend, because I'll be going down to Midland, Texas for the Permian Basin Comic Con X. I'll be at Artist Alley, selling my Demon Jackal art. I forget to talk about that very much. I think it fits to talk about it here on the comic book episodes. I doubt that I'll get away from the table very much, because I'm just going down there alone, so I'll have to rely on my neighbors to keep an eye on things when I go, like have to use the restroom or whatnot. But yeah, if you're down in Texas and you're in that part of Texas, come check it out. I think the tickets, like a day's admission, is only like $10 or something like that. And there's all kinds of there should be all kinds of cool stuff there. We'll see how it goes. I figured I'd go to this. This one popped up on my searches, looking at upcoming conventions, see what I can apply for, register for, and this one came up, and I was like, well, that's a lot more, because otherwise my first convention will be in Ontario, California, and there's going to be a ton of people there, I'm sure. So I thought I should do one before that to get a little bit of experience. This will be my first time doing Artist Alley. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe this one will be really, really busy too. But I'm not really expecting that, because from what I know about that section of Texas, there's like nothing. Like it's all small towns on the west side of Texas, like west of Dallas, and this is very west of Dallas. So it's like 300 miles away from the other two major cities that people really know about. People might be familiar with Lubbock. Lubbock is only 3 hours away from either of those two towns, El Paso and Dallas. But anyway, I'm gonna try. I need to try to read. I have this huge. It's daunting. Each week passes that I fall further and farther behind. I just have this pile of comics. This is just the comics that I have out. There's a whole boxes of them that I'm behind on, and old runs that I want to read also. But anyway, hopefully I can get caught up on some stuff, or at least stay caught up on a few of the books. I'll definitely be stayed caught up on Walking Dead. I'll talk more about this issue after I've actually read it, after this Sunday, talking about the next episode of The Walking Dead. So I think that's a good place to stop. Thanks for listening. Let me know which comics you've been reading and what you're excited for. There's stuff that's coming out, starting up soon. We have Dial H for Hero, I think, comes out in the next couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited about that. Naomi came out this week, but Naomi and Uncanny X-Men. But I'm sure I'll talk about them next week, because they didn't get all of the comics in that were ordered in time by the time I got there on Wednesday. So those I like Naomi a lot. I don't think I've read issue number 2 yet. I think that's somewhere in this pile. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you're excited to read and what that's coming soon, and good stuff that I haven't talked about that I should maybe check out, especially if it's on Comixology. I think I have more than I do have more than I should, getting physical copies of every week. But especially if there's stuff on Comixology, even old stuff that you think I should check out, Comixology Unlimited, let me know. Yeah, tweet me at TIW Podcasts. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. And I'll be back real soon with the next episode. The next episode should be this week's Doom Patrol. I think that's Doom Patrol, Damn Patrol, Doom Patrol episode 4 is out this week. So I'll be talking about that. And Captain Marvel, I'm seeing that tomorrow morning. So, so much stuff to talk about. All right, thanks for listening. I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcasts. Bye.